What could that have...
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Oh, what can I cook up today?
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The cam wants you up on deck. Hear them gulls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Cyseal, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Cyseal. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are Orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
If I didn't know there were Orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the Orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage? This. The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues. Agreed. Call me skeptical, but a little proof goes a long way for the rational mind.
Source hunters, how did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Conduit.
Arise, fair dead! Seize upon our enemies!
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking? Indeed, for all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
Into the fray once more. Careful, there's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
Another one for the collection. This seems to be broken. I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. What's this? I found something.
Made short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
Back on my feet again. Into the fray once more. careful! I've spotted a trap. Appears to be locked.
I've spotted something. Well, what's this I've spotted? Voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
This seems to be broken.
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
My flesh melts before my eyes!
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. On the men! I needed that. Nothing but rubbish. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
I feel better already! Ragequin's first apprentice, killed by a fallen corpse.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cyseal is, I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you are strange indeed. Robed indeed. Run if you like, defiler.
Of your death is at hand.
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Limiting laceration!
Here lies Master Ragequin's first apprentice. Here lies Master Ragequin's second apprentice, killed by dying.
A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must. Call me Ishmashell, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. Of course I can talk, don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine. My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can... Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately... Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing, what do you say, kind knight? Will you return?
And pass up the opportunity of simply taking him and selling his valuable pearl? I think not. But he called himself the King of Pearls. Worth, I'm sure, a king's ransom.
No, we'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
Liberator, kind benefactor, blessed be the might of your sea-bound faith. The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a whirlwind's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
I feel better already.
Hold it right there, Orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Cyseal.
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads.
Excuse me. I'm not going to be pushed around by two inebriates. I say we sober them up, and quickly too. You'd let these lowly grunts order us around? I thought you had more pride than that.
No, we'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
Captain, Come along, we're not far from the city. Come, let's have another drink while we still can. To your very good health.
And yours, Bibius. Here goes. Oh. Goes down as smooth as burning needles. And I'll be damned if it doesn't get you more hammered than an anvil.
Better to be dead drunk than blind dead, what you?
Your death is at hand! Vermin!
Did you see that? Those orcs had a human
Bless the
commander.
I am very curious.
Damn traitor.
And how very
Where are Bibius
disquieting.
and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
Oi! The Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blowing more than bloody orcs our way. Welcome to Cyseal, comrade. I'm not so different from any other soldier you'll meet around these parts. We've all lost more comrades here. It's these orcs. Now that they have bees in their bonnets about God only knows, we need every hand we can get. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship in the... They may need help. It beats me what traitorous madness came over that dog. A man among orcs! Whatever the cur's incentive to raise swords alongside... One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Far before his time. What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fight. But I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease, you're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Cyseal proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so there are. Or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it she seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard, and a human, you say? Truly? And yet... I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy... I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity... There's nothing of interest along the waterfront. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To be out in the night. But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potion. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter.
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
We gonna need more than a few
Let you drown my sorrows with me.
Saved that ship all by your lonesome. Quite the feat. If I had the magic touch about me, I'd have lent you my hand too. I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the Orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave.
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a road.
That's enough of that now! I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful.
Carriage for the joyride.
No, it ain't. We drove it straight to the pub and back.
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we... These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than... That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure.
Have you found us a job yet? Well, you never know when something might turn up. These bleeding orcs.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore? Sauce? Here in Cyseal? Ah, who knows if it's even over for sure? Those damn orcs keep sending...
Fulgur, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds? Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale, those orcs must be out of there. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a...
The Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore?
Speaking of you, Fulgur, that loopy legionnaire really...
I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus. Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous. Courteous is my name. The Legion. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to this Jake business is quite the scandal, no? Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite. I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, went... Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having...
And I won't let you hurt a horn on her head. Oh! Mm.
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orc...
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's...
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic...
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take...
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish... Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running.
claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore a vial of love potion shattered over her head. And when she turned, I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with...
I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat.
Ah, I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time.
You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake.
What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement?
You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet.
Agreed. I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here. I'll do the honors myself.
No! She's harmless!
Bringing your little orcish...
You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not...
Nonsense! Listen! She's purring, the darling.
One
What
day,
fool would
Moira.
trust...
One
You
day
we
you'll
need
show
protection
'em
from.
all. Thank you for talking some sense into that knucklehead. That she-beast would have been the death of us.
Go ahead and throw your sugar water on me if you like. Your foolishness is no longer my problem.
If you're taken to the sea...
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Never been home.
Steady, we'll be leaving as...
I should have done this from the very start.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right away. You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Arhu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left field... I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'd bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours. Thank you for heeding my words of warning.
I should have done this from the very start.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed.
I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal. So what do you think? Should I snap?
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish? This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Fed a hungry man, you know.
That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly seduces him. Thank you for making that would-be thief see reason. I only hope your instruction lasts. The last thing the plagued people of Cyseal need is a thief among...
Dispatch is only hours from the sea.
Let's see. Halibut. Oh, hello, love. Now...
Don't scuttle away before you've tried some of the ocean. I listened in while you were talking to that would-be thief. Thank you for preserving my stock.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? No, scratch that. It is so much more than a Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become...
Some could not because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
Clearly, 2 strong personalities stand before me. 2 who voice... too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere...
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an extra penny here and there.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary.
Not in the mood for cheese. Excuses
You'll always stay menial with that attitude. Just...
You disagree with one another. But that proves you are firm-willed, that you have the minds of independence. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you. Ah, the fabulous 5. How I enjoy simply saying you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you... What a gem of a question. Now then, to join the Fabulous 5 is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a commune. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous 5 and thereby draw new knights in... By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say work hard? Fulfill contracts. Enlist new... They call the undead a problem, my friend. But those who know the ways of the Fabulous 5 see no problems. They see opportunity.
Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old rat.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Madora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain more... You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often. Madora's the name. Retired. Or so the order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My heavens, hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on... Well, Let's call it a There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Cyseal. By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. I've been scouting Cyseal for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, well, more than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, for one, and the mysteries of our... And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a decent sort. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed. I suspect an illegal source, artifact, or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's giving it to him, I can't say. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall. Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it?
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge? They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, person. I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. Though that's the question, isn't it? What? I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out. Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terrible deed took place and saw nothing more.
Once or twice.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and create. What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin. You mean you haven't heard? Oh, steel yourself, friend. For you're more by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way we can. For this hallowed information, you must seek an Immaculate Chapel. Go there. Among her, she came from on. She showed us that it go on the path to the right.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money was.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation.
Greetings, greetings! Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans that you wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Move along.
Watch out! I smell. Oh, the fierce stench of frightened horse goblin.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course. This time.
No, there's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
A good day to you. Undead at every exit. Orcs upon...
Someone leave an oven
It
door
never
open.
ends.
I'm overheating here.
You know, Source Hunter. A sight for I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but we've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured... Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders. But I, for one, and that is exactly what your presence in Cyseal is, Source Hunter. A gift for the undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of the bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you would. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But I'm sure they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the best of them. But even with a sword... If ever we want to be victorious in Cyseal, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, there's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not... There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where... All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But so I did. The Pact of Volunteers. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about one.
Greetings! Don't let that rooster escape! He's already on the menu for tonight!
True story indeed. Perhaps we too can have a bite later.
That was close. Thanks for catching Fidgety Jack here. I guess he got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks. Let's have that bird then, shall we? Our troops are mighty hungry.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot.
Experience. You'll only encourage it.
I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Better to evacuate this place while there's still some left to save,
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old... I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild...
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning.
Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for us.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And...
About face! To the barracks!
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees. It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Not! Recruits! That was sloppier than Cyseal stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Not!
How can I help you, my friend? But certainly. What would you like to know? Oh, I am but a wizard. A guardian of man and beast. My task upon this earth is to... You see, my one desire is to witness. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent. I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar, by all means. Of course, I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few more... They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime... I say man and woman, because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. I myself have none. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their... And what might those be? Those who are raising the dead. The enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid... Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, Look, do what you must in Cyseal, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Cyseal. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar! Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Arhu not to bother. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Arhu, and definitely not some hot... The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town down to the crabs... What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Cyseal stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day, the wind disperses the stench of... I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make... We are the pride of Rivellon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the... Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which...
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits!
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits!
Sorry, sir.
Good luck with these Cysealians, Source Hunter.
You return marks of victory, Hunter. We'll vanquish our foes yet.
Salutations!
One coin or two, noble spirit? Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. A fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools advice to the fools who sought them, but they told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possession. Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt...
So, those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they?
Can you spare a coin?
Right. I'm not going to throw my things on a pyre in the hope that the...
Have some pity.
You there! Sit! Stay a while. Right in front. Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing... When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, or I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less.
And who are you supposed to be? Oh, I should have been one of the greats. But here I am gathering.
No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, don't you have an impressive library here in Cyseal? I'm sure that. Take it up with Katarina.
Fantastic! Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katarina. Well, I'm Katarina I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers. The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a source hunter.
Bravo! Bravo! Great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and...
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your... I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact. Ha! Yes, I know of that talentless bull. He was here. Enter Reginald the Illusionist. We need our boys in... That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn. I obtained this curio by some... You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteered with the local children's apothecary. Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a... I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But in the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize, and before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows, grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that. Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam. It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next... I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan. The only sentient severed head... Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take...
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan! Cyseal's only...
re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered.
Hey, stop that!
Fantastic!
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan!
By the seven!
Cyseal's only sentient severed head!
Fantastic!
You there! You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed head! Step right up!
Concealed within eldritch smoke.
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan!
Re, mi, fa, sol. It won't be the worst.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Leave me be, I've a job.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here, I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know any. So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger, and you believe that? Well, what do you want to know? Can you tell this is the most ancient city in Andervale? That pagan statue jutting out from the harbour. Praise be that Arhu the wizard has the wits about him to build these newfangled weapons of his, or Cyseal would have been
quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
So tell me, Seth.
A source hunter? Oh, what a sight for me. I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were... He's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even with that band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That...
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my elf. What? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Cyseal, and husband of the... Oh, what? Oh, you mean Cyseal. Very difficult times indeed, as the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the Orcs are making... That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religion, and, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a... Jake murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed, most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. And as you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of... An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Cyseal... What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted... What of what now? Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just... His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Cyseal harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you. Ah, you see, when a lady... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about... That depends. What kind of berries are you interested? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Cyseal. Please yourself. Let me know if you change your mind. No, all my clothes are in fine condition, thanks. I've been going to the same tailor for years.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
The gallows? Well, I've heard of such a thing, but I've never seen one myself.
Omnes autem mali demonis. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken, for you hardly resemble the local fisher folk, which... No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. And I would tell you my reasons, but it seems rather pointless to do so, seeing that quite clearly there is no...
A volume of poetry among novels?
No,
Urak.
this isn't a grimoire
Mayhem,
I'm looking
in the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library, I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs, and indeed you may.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet
Demonology
another
for
fine.
dumbbells. Ugh, I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart. The lesser key of Sadakandras.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry
The
among
Encyclopedia
novels?
Demonium.
Urak.
I know
Mayhem.
it by heart. Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Urak. Mayhem.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And a first edition too. Most promising.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade? Ask away, my friend, ask away. Oh, it's no coincidence the Order retired me. Or tried to, anyway. Way back when. The settlement was chartered. Don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than... In the days of old, though, the forest played... By now, it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those woods. By and by, the source hunters moved out.
Join the Slug Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
A good day to you.
Pay the big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap novel. I'm straight, I'm true. Arhu's by the cousins. Muscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
But if one were to reduce... Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters. No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Yeah? Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of meds. Me? Why, it was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pink. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted... Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. Certainly, what would you like to know? The Counselor... Terrible loss, that. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy too. Yes. If that's how we're... She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration. She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic... She claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Healing stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
That relic of Evelyn's, the so-called healing crystal. I've seen one like it before, and by the Patriarch's pockets. It's a relic of source. One look at that gem will be enough to convince me it's no force of good, but a bloodstone through and through. I've come across such a stone before. It may be capable of healing, as the good doctor describes, but its bloodstone is so named for a reason, you see. What starts is, if that stone is what I suspect, I wouldn't trust Cyseal's so-called healers any more than I'd trust a pyro.
Anybody? Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say. I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the... I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps... What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in math. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but quite the venerable staple of Cyseal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. Nearly everyone in Cyseal is familiar with grinning Stephen. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loik by name. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but it's strange. The stone is only good for a You are?
Those men hardly
Yes. Boris deserves to experience all the pleasure.
Boris it is? Yes. I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one.
Thank
No,
the seven
no, this is
tones.
highly abnormal. What is this?
Mine.
It's lightning.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible! 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 By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time. Oh, yes. Proper introductions. Zigzags. As for how I got here, well, for a historian of how you got here, though, on such a tiny and at last a question I can answer most. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse night. Show, don't tell, I always say.
That imp may be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't the portal? It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this You, dear stranger, you must be those torches, a light! This portal active once more! Goodness me, how right you are! There's so much to take in, It is the void itself! The dragon! I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Then, no longer than a few mere... though I cannot say for certain. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered. But why spoil the mystery? After you, after you. You first, but don't dilly-dally. Yes! Just as I hoped! There she is! There it is! Come up, don't delay!
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
The last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my four sisters.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of...
Indeed, Sir Imp.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to...
You have brought guests, I see.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of...
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive? A stone? So... Not like this, no. Never had I experienced something so... But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into...
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not...
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how? Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Do you see what violence my work has suffered?
Mysteries of all time. Gaps...
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new threats.
I see. What?
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this... If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. For a reason I do not yet understand.
Why, of course! That's what they were doing. I have that shall never be. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, please, our most mysterious guest, are you?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it? Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone to placing...
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given... No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in... But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to track. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. I honestly don't know.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a star just like yourselves. Starstone. From what I can gather, though, they were ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should. Neither do I. But the mere fact that activating this in turn more than implies that you are the voice. We may not understand the how yet, but our... Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I the drift of continents through changing seas? Except, it seems, ask and I shall answer. If I can. I am the weaver of time. I am but what I am, and that perhaps we are one and the same. Am I the beginning? And am I to... Alas, the answers... A hidden answer lies. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of... Oh, Hunter. I have no need. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. For you may... Quite so. I do not know you, but perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be... What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time, I think that perhaps you can redeem time. Know that no longer but suddenly there was you. New threads emerged, and these starstones.
I wonder, do you know more about...
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, the wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Ask freely, my friend. Your city is far more wild than Home Forest. Here, a tiny screech woman, no swifter than a mudworm, might confine you into a tiny cage. And one must wait for Jarrett. Wise Jarrett taught me the bird songs of your... A beast's life is to survive. A human's is to know. I am both beast and human. I have learned all the bird song that Jarrett could teach. I remember the remembering of the beasts is without lies. We know not to approach the wasp. We do not remember Rito and the battle of the buzzing brutes. It is different between beasts and humans. He came to me when I was small. A fierce, wild one. He called to me in a soft song. Jarrett visited me often. And in time, I learned his songs, and Jarrett is my master and my friend. I heard this was a place of many people, so here but I have not found the face I seek. Jarrett is that mystery is thick and ugly as a swarm of hornets. It started with a great disturbance. I watched countless of my loved ones die. The next morning, Jarrett did not emerge from it. He was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue... I do not know the one called Attenbera, but I know that if I am to find Jarrett, I must start there.
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us.
Steady, boys, steady.
Source hunters! I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So it is, and so it should continue to be. Dark webs are being woven around these. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with... While you were being lectured by our friend the historian, the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go... That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay... Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly... But perhaps I speak only for myself. Not like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to let me phrase it like Zigzags might. I'll not pretend to have all the answers. If Zigzags worries, I worry. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. So I told him who I was and showed him. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. Oh, before you go, here. Take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my...
Unknown to all time, are you? Leave it to an imp to try to fill our minds with all manner of magical gobbledygook. I'll tell you who you are. Source hunters. Members of the most esteemed order in Rivellon, here to find out and grind out every last speck of dark magic in the realm. There, the enigma is solved. I knew you weren't the type to be taken in by such high-flying pie-in-the-sky nonsense. The magical history imps can fly their floating out.
Gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and...
Treasure!
No! If she
you
soaks in
please.
flower stink much This longer, room is dear will private. smell this lady from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve.
All right, comrades,
Don't
nothing
just
to see.
stand there.
Let's clear out. Give the lady of the house a little privacy.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden bear. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Ah, you return, and who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. Yes, of course. Ah, you like nothing more than to enlist. Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver.
Agreed. You came on a little bit too strongly there, buddy.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted of you. To deny the fabulous five. Ah, you return and humble me with your presence. Such...
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! These be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. Have no fear, my friend. I'm determined to prove my worth to you by our journey's end. Not even worth the rummaging.
Looking good.
Swirling saffrons, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
And handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda dearest. I'm just doing my Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. I am Septimus, seventh son in a. And what questions are those?
The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Starstone? I've never heard of. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Well, what do you want to know?
Look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Cyseal ramparts.
May the seven keep you.
Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of you. Pray, let me be forward with you. Oh, sapling rose, I am but an aged elf that has seen the years, but you would listen to my grievances. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on...
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can... What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the third degree?
The dead man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
She said it, not me.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks?
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
Here lies Catherine. I know, I was great. Here lies Patrick. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me. Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit? Or a lovable
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
So many dead civilians. It's an honor to visit the...
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Cyseal pie in the afterlife? Please do not disturb.
May the seven keep you.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body. That shovel has proven worth its weight, it seems. I beg your pardon. I didn't mean to be a bother.
Peace be with you, traveller. I once lived a prosperous, Loney never recovered from the loss. She was killed less than a week after she joined. Feeling hot under the collar.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, still not finished, I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of... Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hie yourself to Roberts the mortician. If anyone buried a sheep, obviously it was him. Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? A sheep? That's a whole heap of... Why should I help those louts? Most of them would do anything to avoid paying a few extra gold pieces for a proper funeral. Enough of that bloody business. If you're just going to bother me about finished matters, I can... So, what's the bad... Enough of that bloody business.
Have you ever had the fortune of
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Looks like the mortician has reason to suspect Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, Evelyn, and Esmeralda of something.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to be... Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know? And he's the only person in town with a second copy. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined. Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning, before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell... Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble. Unless he knew something the rest of us... I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in... It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary. And there it seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle... And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. Lured me outside claiming she needed air before discussing the funeral. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. Well, with all the troubles plaguing Cyseal, I suppose us natives ought to put our finest feet forward. Here, take... So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal... So, what's the bad news? I never imagined myself thanking some strangers for taking my money. But in the end, I reckon you were right.
For the whale of the good stuff.
What? Oh, it's you! What news?
My dear girl,
I introduced her to my library when she was a girl. She quickly proved that if you're looking for something special, just ask. She knows every book by heart. Papa's smart little... Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating your...
Orange, yellow, and green. The finest veggies, Cyseal, Divinity.
Oh, what now? Oh, still not fit. Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? It was stolen. Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old... He has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess you're... You suspect the mayor? Dear me, you couldn't be further from the mark if you lay the blame on a Evelyn? Master Theliron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that... You dare stand here and accuse me of involvement in this sordid affair?
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. What? I'd never. What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, by all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. His body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless, you're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see...
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! That was sloppier than Cyseal stew. Again!
Welcome back to Cyseal, Hunter. The Legion greets you.
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
I will never forget you.
What's this? I found something.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this grave.
You can't insult what's not alive to be offended. I say we dig. Come, now. I bet a thrilling mystery awaits us inside.
No, we'll do as I say.
You step away from the grate.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of... But she claims to have got utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up. The world belongs to the young, they say, and Boris will live to take his piece. Thank you for your help in this matter. Me? It was I who... Not to mention that it's been my... Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor... From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy.
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to... Is that so? Well, I handled the corpse myself, indeed, but I hardly knew the man in life. I was shocked when Arhu asked me to come to the crime scene. I arrived at the inn, where the body lay just where it had fallen. The injuries were like nothing I'd ever seen. A single I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal. I've been studying under Theliron for some time now. I've a passion for this work, you see. A passion to see things put in order. That strange reaction you caused.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far. Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Fastened tighter than the treasury.
I know it's here somewhere. I wouldn't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir. Too much wormwood. It's here somewhere. I wouldn't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
What are ye staring at? Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little
generous at the moment. Those scallywags heard there be silver in the laculum. Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just say...
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Northern land.
Sail to Ythulgore anymore.
Have you found us a job yet? So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Specimen as one of the ducks here. Ever heard about the time the captain... Oh, and don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council.
Ahoy, sailor! Aye, that Cyseal's worse than a rooster. Crowing all around town about matters he ought to know. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stowed. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. See, name's Conrad.
Shows? Star for what now? No. Passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife. His shows here was too busy dodging fireballs to notice anything myself. But that
sauce? Here in Cyseal. Now that you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could... Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where it could possibly be now.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Ferry's casual joyride?
I should have done this from the very start. That orc would have literally broken Ninnius's heart.
Still thinking about exploring the beach? You're free to go, though we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts, so we won't be able to back. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. You may have the right number of champions in your party, yet in experience, I think you're lacking. Thank you for...
Look alive, my good man. This gate'll be short work for a well-equipped contingent of orcs.
To the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
I'm straight. I'm true. Aaron by the nose.
Let
to see if you can choose.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of...
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
A little privacy at last. Out of earshot of that contemptible jester. We can finally... My true name is Nick. In life, I was an entertainer aboard the ship of the famed... Little did I know the abuse was only beginning. A wandering sorcerer, mad as the day is long, found... When I asked him to return my head to my body, it must be in the Black... Reginald stumbled upon me some days later and consigned me into his horrid little show. I know not how long I've been entertaining slack-jawed imbeciles at the Cyseal fair. All I know... More than anything. But the chances are so slim with the Black Cove utterly infested with Pontius's undead cronies. My poor lost body is among them. Sightless and traveller, if there were any way you would brave the cove's depths and reunite me with myself, you'd be doing me the only kindness I'd have received in as long as my poor... That charlatan doesn't have a lick of his own talent. So he begs, borrows and... What I wouldn't give to give old Reggie a swift kick in the jugglers. Oh, to have legs again. It won't be the worst indignation.
Striking it rich!
it's here somewhere. I hardly want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Hello again. Terribly sorry, Source Hunter, but I seem to be fresh out of priceless relics for you to destroy. I've been studying under Theliron for some... I've a passion...
Soothing a
Hello again. Terribly sorry, Source Hunter, but I seem to be fresh out of priceless relics for you to destroy.
moment's breath! I've been paralyzed! Back on my feet again.
It's locked.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
fading fast.
Call me home.
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless, he seems to enjoy stuffing what cash he can find into the many pockets of his shabby garb. So absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers. Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously, he writes down a couple of phrases.
Mute. Can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for?
Excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few...
Name's Wolgraff. I admire you. No hero like source hunter. Cyseal, dead end. Please let me join you.
Wolgraff nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vestments.
Been mute since I was a kid. Sorcerers took my voice. People think I'm stupid. I'm not. Get money, food where I can. Steal if I must. Not from poor folks. I'm a good sneak, good fighter, good with logs. See things you don't. Want to help you. I'm useful. Want to catch sorcerers. Make 'em pay.
Wolgraff notices there's no room left in your party and shrugs his shoulders.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend? Fine, my friend, but I will stay far away from this screech woman. Perhaps among the crowd at the alehouses.
Wolgraff looks at you expectantly. Wolgraff nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vestments. Been mute since I was a kid. Get money, food, want to help you. Wolgraff eagerly catches your gaze with the best...
Be welcome, Wolgraff. Riches await.
Wolgraff smiles and shakes your hand in thanks. With a gesture of the arm, he seems to say, I'm ready. Lead the way. With a simple nod, the rogue seems to say, shoot. Wolgraff sighs and pulls parchment parts out of his pockets. When I was a kid, friends and I used to play source hunters. Neighbour's dog was the sorcerer. Good fun. One day, we saw strangers in the forest. They looked dodgy. Friends fled, but I followed them. They took a man into a cave, cut his throat. I warned the source hunters in the city, caught the cutthroats. Source hunters called me a hero. Bad guys were hung. I witnessed the hanging. Sorcerer spoke a spell before the trapdoor opened. Always wanted to be a source hunter, but source hunters didn't want no mutiny order. Can't blame them. Too bad. Wolgraff frowns and signals you to hold on for an instant. He begins to write. Not easy being mute. Can't talk and folks think you're slow in the head. No one ever gave me work, though I'm good with was poor. Got hungry, got thirsty, stole stuff. Then got greedy, became a cat burglar. Told you, I'm good with my hands. I ain't bitter about it though. Like the rogue's life. Freedom. Unless the law gets you. Haven't yet. Too nimble, too good. Born for adventure. The rogue smiles broadly and dramatically produces the... Saw a wizard once in the village up north. Hunter's Edge. Wizard had nifty things. Brooms that went into his house by night. Found quill by spellbooks. Hands used to be black as chimney sweeps. Clean now. Clean of ink, that is, not of thievery.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Back on my feet. I needed that.
Wolgraff spotted something.
celestial glow.
Target dances in shadows.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Peace be with you, traveler. Meg, I once lived lonely, never. She would kill.
devours me.
Back on my feet. I needed that.
Wolgraff spotted a trap.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth element?
You call to Wolgraff. He awaits your queries.
Source hunters, eh? All right, if you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd. Now that the herd's gone, old Birches, I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. That louse! Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain...
Ah, hello, proportionate one. Oh, I conceive. I'm a painter by trade, as you can see, but I travel around and master...
I am on the trail, Source Hunter. Come now, Alistair.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Dance and dugongs! You nearly startled me out of my butt. But what'll you do if you stumble upon a cast of enraged source crabs? Well, I reckon I'll grab it.
The Source Hunter. Have you come? Why, simply because you hunt Source, and I, Jahan, hunt demons. No, I hate what I hunt. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. On one condition. That on our joint travels we will never...
You speak before your turn.
Oh, simple souls. Oh, doomed spirits. The Source Hunter. Why, simply now. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must. On one condition.
I concur.
Oh, simple.
A volume of poetry?
The Source Hunter. Why, simply but now. This is a sentiment on one condition.
Agreed. Nothing good ever came from...
Most gratifying. I see you are firm.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. For my part, I'm that band of... Who placed this book here? A volume of...
For the will of the good stuff.
What can I do for you, Source Hunter? And undoubtedly I have answered. I am not from any place anymore. I go where my quest... I remember them well, the sandstone. Yes, I can see them still. Though when I try to... For 1,000 reasons. And for one especial. The 1,000 obvious ones are list with pleasure. There's 1. They're scourged. 2. They're macking. 3. They're 4. Their schemes unhit. 5. Their presence distorts all intrinsic harmony. Hunter, I could find you cross-dressed under the spell of a dominant goblin, yet when next we'd meet there'd be no questions asked. I have my secrets. Undoubted. More prey.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.